Hi everyone. So I think we are beginning now. So okay. Hi guys. Can we have a quick greeting from everyone who's here today? Great. So since we are just beginning, I think we can always start with a quick greeting, audience members. So I think once you're looking forward to starting with the pre-course, you'll always start with a bit of enthusiasm, isn't it? Okay, hi, this is Giridharan. Hi, Giridharan. So, meanwhile, guys, since you're dropping in your greetings, can you also drop in what you were expecting from the pre-course, or do you have any idea about the sapling pre-course in general? Right? So, can we have more conversation starters, please? Okay, hi, I'm Kundan. Hi, Kundan. So, I think you can always introduce yourself, or maybe where are you from? What are you looking forward to? How are you looking forward to coding in general? I think this is Sapling Pre-Course. So welcome to today's first live class of Sapling Pre-Course. Wherein again, first of all, you'll be beginning coding from scratch. And this Sapling Pre-Course would be the most beginner-friendly pre-courses that you could ever come across, right? So this is one of the most beginner-friendly things that we can ever introduce for our students. And this is what we're starting with right now. So yeah, Parul says, what can be your CTC after doing this sapling course? So, Parul, the CTC can go as high as 41 LPA or maybe higher than that as well. It's up to you to try, right? But then the minimum guarantee that we provide is 3 LPA, right? So that is something that we provide as a minimum guarantee. And again, the average across all batches has been around 8.5 LPA. So yeah, you are pretty good to go. I'm here where I can start my coding career. Okay, Karan says, I couldn't get your question, but okay. So this is, I think, the right place to start your coding career, Karan. So once you're beginning now, once we start with this pre-course, you will have an idea about coding by the end of these 6 days. And once you have an idea about coding, you'll be giving a scholarship test so that you can go ahead and join our main batch, right? The main batch starts from 2nd February, and that's what would be covered in today's session as well. So I think you'll have a deeper understanding of whatever is to be done in this pre-course today when our CEO joins. So he'll be starting soon, and he'll give you an idea about, yes, about the sapling pre-course in general, right? And after that, after his orientation session, we'll also have two of our alumni joining in who will be telling you more about their journey with AccioJob. Okay. So people say that they do not know anything, right? So guys, again, you do not even have to have an idea about coding, right? We're starting from as basic as what is a computer. So even if you don't know what a computer is, I think you're at the right place. Okay. So hi, I'm Akhilesh and I'm a noob in coding. Why is everyone introducing themselves like that? Great, guys. That's a great, I mean, that's a great line to go ahead with. But then again, since you're going ahead with this line, I can maybe just tell you that since you're again going ahead with this line at the end of this pre-course, at the end of the next 6 days, you will have a much better understanding of coding, right? So you might not call yourselves noobs after that. Okay. Any other questions as such related to the pre-course, maybe, or maybe related to AccioJob, or maybe you can reserve your questions for our founder. He'll be joining soon. And okay, any other questions? When is the batch starting? The batch is starting from 2nd February, and the batches remain the same for Pioneer and Sapling. So, right, the starting date would remain the same. They'll start at the same date, so you do not need to be worried about that. I have joined for the full stack web development course. Okay, and it's Moon Stack. I think if someone's asking, it's Moon Stack that we cover. And I think we are pretty good to go. And okay, guys, hi. So is there any other question? And okay, just to give you an idea about our instructor. So our instructor would also join today once we have our founder taking the orientation, briefing you about what you'll be covering in the next few days. We'll have our alumni session wherein, again, as I told you, few of our alumni would be sharing their journey with AccioJob. And then we'll have our instructor joining in who will be telling you more about the idea behind the speakers and what you'll cover in the next 6 days. Again, right? He'll give you a basic introduction to the course today. That's it. Did classes happen in Zoom every time? Yes, the classes happen on Zoom every time. And I think, can you share the last batch placement results? They've been pretty good in general, right? So I think, as I mentioned again, it's around 8.5 LPA average across all batches. I think our founder is here, so he can take over now. So guys, you can drop in a quick greeting for him as well. Hi Yash, you can take over from here.
Perfect. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Very good evening. Very warm welcome to today's session. Thank you for that, Shikha. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Hi, Vivek. Hi, Ash. Hi, Paige. How are all of you guys? Where are you joining in from? I hope the energy has to be high. Today is like the day 0 of your pre-course. Perfect. Hi, everyone. Perfect. I have 6 years experience, don't have coding knowledge. That's okay. You're here to learn. I'm sure that's why you're sitting here right in this session. Perfect. Okay, where are you guys joining in from? Let's keep this interactive, right? Please take this day at from minus sir. As in, I'm not sure what you're saying, Vivek. Okay, Girdharan, you're from Tamil Nadu, Aditesh, Haryana. What about others? Gurgaon, perfect. AP, Amravati. Okay, Ambala, Vijayawada, Maharashtra, Kolhapur, Saudi. Okay, you have people joining in from abroad as well. Okay, Pan India, Lagos, Nigeria. Interesting. What is Accio offering different than others? Perfect, Amir. Absolutely. I think we should be able to answer your question in this session itself. Aurangabad, Karnal, Odisha, Noida. Perfect. I think across the board, Pan India, right? You don't have any past coding knowledge. Completely okay. Completely okay. That's not an issue at all. This course is something which is exactly designed for people who want to get started from the very beginning, right? From the absolute scratch. What is a computer? What is a program? What is an algorithm? Everything from the very basics, right? So don't worry about it. Okay, so today's session's non-tech background, no worries. Yeah, doesn't matter what background you're from, you're going to start learning from scratch. Okay, and everything is learnable from scratch. I have like, if you ask me by education, I have been a mechanical engineer too, right? But if you ask me, I know less of mechanical engineering and more of programming knowledge, right? That is only because whatever you spend time and focus and energy on learning properly, that is something which you will end up learning the best, right? I'm sure in college, whatever degree you have done, you haven't invested that amount of effort into it, right? And that is why your knowledge of that particular subject is also pretty shallow. And if you put in the right number of hours for the right skills which industry really needs, automatically you will start learning that. As simple as that. Okay. Okay. Perfect. So you are also mechanical. Okay, I'll come to that. Don't worry. So today's session, what is today's session for, right? So today's session, first 50 minutes is what I have with you all. After that, I think we have some AccioJob alumni also joining in, so that people, all of you guys who are looking to enroll into the program, actually thinking of learning and upskilling yourselves and starting your career in the IT sector, right? I'm sure you have a lot of confusion, a lot of questions that why AccioJob? Is it a good institute? Do they teach well? Do they have good teachers? Do they have good placements? I'm sure you have a lot of doubts and queries, right? So directly you can ask them from our alumni who are students like you, who have, I'm sure, gone through similar questions in their mind, and now they have completed the AccioJob journey also, right? Meanwhile, the first 45-50 minutes is what I have with you all, where I can actually brief you in detail about the AccioJob program and why AccioJob really started this program and how it has been super helpful for thousands of folks, thousands of students like you, right? Okay, perfect. I am young, yeah, Bhavi Sethi. Why do you think I'm very old? I'm young only, right? Okay. Perfect. So yeah, these are Lakshmi. These are pre-course, or these are the free live classes for the next 7 to 8 days. So those are completely free for you. And after that, if you're looking to enroll into the main program, which is a longer duration program with a restricted number of students inside it, that is where it is a paid program, of course, right? Because it's a high quality, rigorous education which you will be getting with 200 plus mentors, instructors, everything involved, right? So yeah, so that is very, very straightforward. I will guide you about the scholarship exam also, Mitali, don't worry. How AccioJob will be good for a medical student? Oh, so AccioJob would be good for any background student, be it BCom, BA, BTech, BTech CSIT, BTech Mechanical, BSc, medical, MBA. We have had all sorts of students, right? It is good for every background student till the time they are looking to upskill themselves, learn IT specific or programming skills, and grow their personalities to a level where they want to get started into the IT industry, or their career is where they want to get a job in the software development IT sector, right? So for any background person coming in, if you are someone who is willing to put in hard work and effort in learning programming skills, soft skills, improving, honing your personality in the coming few months, and upskilling yourself to actually crack a job or start your career in the IT sector, then this is the right place for you. As simple as that. Okay. Don't worry. So what all do we cover in AccioJob? Everything will be covered, right? So don't worry, have patience. Let me quickly walk you through in detail everything about the AccioJob program. And after that, if you still have any doubts, I'd be more than happy to take them up. Okay, perfect. Yes. Okay, I hope all of you can see my screen now. And if the screen is visible or not, quickly a yes, no on the chat. Screen is visible. Yep, perfect. Thanks, guys. Okay, we have a few students who are active. BCom students also eligible. Yeah, all background students eligible, like I said. Okay, so I'll just walk you through. So yeah, welcome to AccioJob, guys. AccioJob is a place where we strongly believe in helping students learn and grow, right? Because if students are upskilled, they have a good personality, a well-rounded personality, they have the relevant skills which are needed in the industry, they are good to go. Their career will flourish. They will do really, really well, right? Yes, we do have certification. In fact, we have a NSDC accredited certification, which is National Skill Development Corporation. I will walk you through all of that also. So just give me some time and have some patience so that I can tell you all the details first, and post that, if you still have any doubts, happy to take them. Okay. So yeah, first of all, warm welcome to AccioJob, guys. Good to have all of you guys here. This is just like your 0th day where you are just getting an understanding of how this program can actually change your life, how it can benefit you a lot, how it can help you upskill to the right extent and help you start your career as well. Okay, so quickly giving you a brief about who I am, what do we do, how did AccioJob start? So yes, we are a startup, right? I am Yashwardhan. I'm one of the co-founders here at AccioJob. I graduated from IIT Delhi in 2017. So it's been almost 5.5 years since I graduated from there. I did my bachelor's in mechanical engineering there, right? So a lot of people here might be from Royal Mechanical and Macho Mechanical, and I don't know what all it is called. But by the time people reach final year of mechanical engineering, they come to know that it is not so royal, right? Not a lot of core job opportunities which you were hoping for. That okay, when I was taking mechanical, I was dreaming about, oh, I'll work with Mercedes and BMW maybe, right? But that's not the case at all. In fact, from my own experience, I can tell you that my batch of 105 people in mechanical engineering in IIT Delhi, when we were graduating, around 15 people in total got core mechanical jobs. Everyone else was looking for some other job opportunities, right? And IIT is hyped up that, oh, people will get 1 crore, 2 crore packages, nothing like that. The average package in IIT, and that to IIT Delhi, which is ranked as like one of the top IITs, was around 10 LP, right? That's it. So it's not like everyone think it's the grass is always greener on the other side, right? So that's not the case. But yeah, coming back to this, so how did my journey start into actually this space and helping students upskill and navigate their careers, right? So I've been doing this from a very, very long time, for 9.5 years. After I reached my college, since then I've been helping students, guiding students, talking to a lot of college students in events, in seminars, in webinars, which I used to take. And I could realize that everyone like me, right, when I got a good rank also, even then, no one gave me the right information that you should choose this field or that field and why you should go about like that, right? And after I got there is when I realized that, okay, a lot of people like me, a lot of students like me are actually needing guidance and the right path, right? And good informed decision, so that they can make the informed decision, right? So they need to have information about the market and awareness about it. All of these are very, very relevant, right? And when by the time I was graduating, I could see so many students, right? I could see so many students who essentially were struggling to get a job, right? Less than, like, India has like 40,000 colleges, more than 80, 90 lakh graduates coming out. And I could see like less than 15, 20% people getting employed after their colleges, right? Which is sad, because in a country like India, which is where youth is the biggest sort of bet which our country has, right? Our country is banking on the fact that the next decade, next 2 decades will be India's growth story, because our youth will perform, right? But if the youth is not adept with the relevant skills which the industry really needs right now, what is the point, right? So when we started AccioJob as a journey, I could spot a few big mistakes in the current higher education system, right? One was that colleges just didn't care, right? I think they are lazy, or they are not focusing on this. I'm surprised, right? I was blown when I heard this, that so many companies in the market are hiring for full stack developers, data structures, algorithms. These are skill sets which most companies these days want, and colleges are not training their students on these skills, right? Even BTech computer science students are learning data structures, algorithms from the very superficially, not in depth, which is needed to crack companies. They are not learning full stack web development at all, right? And I was surprised to see that why is college not adapting their curriculum so that they teach students what the industry really needs, right? So that at least they get good job outcomes, they get good employment outcomes at the end of it, which was not happening. The second thing I could see was that most colleges didn't bother about improving their teaching methodology, right? Didn't bother about the fact that students really need to learn by doing. They need to learn skills, and they are not here to just like clear exams, get a degree, and get done with it. What do we do with that degree? A company will always value a student's skills much, much, much more than a degree which they have, or a piece of paper, or a certification which they have, right? And for that, students really need to learn by doing. They really need to sort of build projects, solve assignments, get their hands dirty, and actually implement all of what they are learning, so that they have some understanding of what the industry really needs. And that is where AccioJob started, right? So what AccioJob does essentially is we provide high quality education, right? We do everything which your college should have done in 3-4 years, but unfortunately we get students after their college or in final year, and we only have a few months with the students. So we have to do everything with which a college was supposed to do in a span of a few months. What do? We train students on relevant skills in the industry: data structures, algorithms, full stack web development, the most relevant skills probably right now to get you a good quality job in IT sector, right? We train students on their soft skills, because even that has not happened. We help them with their communication skills, we help them with their HR mock interviews, we help them build good projects, we help them build a good resume. We prepare them holistically, right? From A to Z, we prepare them holistically in a span of a few months to be able to tackle company opportunities, right? Plus, just like a college, we have our own dedicated placement team, which has more hiring partners than most of the colleges you guys come from, right? We get more students placed in a year than like probably a college does in 10 years, right? So what essentially AccioJob does is we just provide everything high quality education to the student, to make sure that student is actually getting the outcome which they are dreaming of out of a higher education which they want, right? And that is where AccioJob comes in. And when I say high quality, we mean it, right? So each and every element which you will learn with AccioJob will be all about learning, all about skill building from the right instructors, from the right mentors, right? And the curriculum which is so strong that National Skill Development Corporation is basically a government of India's initiative. Government also has a Skill India platform which certifies students on the basis of their skills, right? So post AccioJob is accredited by NSDC. What it means is that our curriculum, our placements are some things which the NSDC has partnered with us. So when a student does our program, at the end of the program, they receive a certification on the Government of India Skill India platform also, which is authenticated with QR codes, etc. And that certification essentially is nationally recognizable that you are a full stack developer. You have the necessary skills needed to be a full stack developer. As simple as that, right? Moving on, what do we train you on? So we train you on full stack web development and data structures algorithms. What does this mean, right? You must be wondering, what is this even called, right? So whenever you as a user is interacting with any website, right, or any mobile application, you are interacting with the front end. Front end is what you see on the website, is what you see is the front end. On a mobile application, I opened today Zomato's application, what I'm interacting with is the front end. What happens back on the back side, right? When you press, let's say, a button to place order, what will happen, right? It will share the details with the payment aggregator, and then payment aggregator will ask you to pay on your UPI app, etc., etc. All of that is happening on the back end, right? So together, all the software applications which happen, which are being created, right, with the help of front end and back end and both, is what is known as full stack web development, right? Plus, data structures algorithms is something which is a very, very useful skill, which more than 50-60% companies in the IT sector, when they are hiring, will probably assess you on data structures and algorithms knowledge. Okay, what is the difference between Java full stack and MERN full stack, right? I'll tell you this. So full stack essentially means both front end and back end. Now you can create this front end and back end in multiple different languages, right? For example, let's say I create my back end in Java language and create the front end in maybe Java Swing, right? That is what is known as Java full stack. While if I MERN stack basically means that I am using JavaScript based stack, that is React JS for my front end, Node.js and Express from my backend, right? But essentially, you are creating the same app. You are creating a full stack developed application, right? Full stack web development essentially is like complete front end and back end. Now that can be done in multiple different tech stacks. Okay, perfect. What do we mean by 100% job guarantee, right? So 100% job guarantee essentially means that we are super confident that more than 300 hiring partners which we have, in fact, that number is almost about to touch 400, right? It will get updated soon also. And by the time you guys come in, I'm sure we will have even higher number of hiring partners doing drives regularly with us, right? But yeah, so coming back to it, what does job guarantee essentially mean in itself is that the hiring partners which we have and the skills which they require are exactly what our curriculums completely cover, right? Data structures, algorithms, full stack web development. You go and talk to any IT person, any software developer, and they will tell you, yes, exactly, these are the skills which the market really needs right now. Or you go to any company's website and if they are hiring full stack developers, if they are hiring software developers, these are the skills they would assess you on, right? So 100% job guarantee is a guarantee from our side and our confidence in the fact that our curriculum, our instructors, mentors, the skills which we teach you in this program, right? If you learn these skills, you will definitely convert a good job opportunity from AccioJob's hiring partners, right? Okay. So yeah, so that is what a job guarantee essentially means, that you work hard with us, learn the skills which we are imparting in your in the program to you, and that is what will help you convert a great job opportunity also for sure, right? I'm a final year student. Absolutely, yeah, Sakshi, final year students, we have a lot of final year college students because those are the people who really are at the right time to gain skills as quickly as possible. So that by the time you're graduating, you should actually come out with a good job, right? For others also who are already graduates, it's very important that you start focusing on the right skills which industry really needs, right? Very important. Okay. Which has higher salary, Java full stack, MERN stack? No, not a lot of difference here. It totally depends on the company which you are targeting, right? So yeah, is this live or pre-recorded? Rohit, this is live, yeah. How else do you think I'm taking up all these doubts real time from chat? Okay, so yeah, perfect. Okay. Yes, there will be placement assistance for each and every person joining the program. Don't worry. For 2019 to 2023 batch graduates, that is final year college students and all the recent graduates till 2019 batch, right? For them, there is a job guarantee as well from our side. right? We are 100% confident that if you work hard with us, learn these skills, we will get you placed, right? Okay. Work from home jobs are also available, Rohit. Yes, to some extent, yes, but we cannot guarantee you a work from home job here, because these days, post COVID, more and more companies are now back to work from office. And it totally depends. If, let's say, work from home opportunities you are not able to crack, then what do? You cannot sit unemployed, right? You should go for the best learning opportunity you are getting. You are all freshers, right? Okay, so you are all freshers, you should go for the best learning opportunities which you get. Okay, sir, if we not good in English communication, we will teach you. We work on English communication, don't worry about that, right? Do we have online interviews? 99% companies take online interviews. What is the cost difference between sapling and normal course? There is no normal course here. Sapling program is what we have, right? People working in, and sapling and pioneer both have the same price, right? Pioneer has a pay after placement option, which is again expensive, but sapling and pioneer upfront programs both have the same price. Okay, perfect. Yes, absolutely, Shankar. 2017 pass out can join. Can hiring will be affected by current layoffs? To some extent, Abhay, I think some companies will freeze hiring and this and that, but we have seen the demand is still pretty high, right? And this is very temporarily phased rollout for companies, which should pick up. Most important is that if you are skilled enough, you are still getting placed, right? So that is like hundreds of people got placed in the last month, right? So, and so that it's not like people are not getting employed and people are not hiring. People who are already working in service-based company, can we join? Absolutely, Sagar. You guys already know that if you're working there, you got to focus on the right skill sets, DSA, build a few good full stack projects, and you can actually switch to product-based companies, right? Which is very important for your career growth and pace of growth, right? Okay, I will take the rest of the questions later. Don't worry, right? First, let me actually walk you through the rest of it. So are you eligible? Everyone is eligible, right? Everyone is asking me about eligible. So yes, absolutely. You are all eligible for the program. Every one of you, I'm sure, is like what? Less than 30 years of age, 35 years of age. You're still looking at 20, 30, 40 years of your career ahead of you. So if you think more objectively, you will understand that these are skills which will actually help you break into the IT sector. And that is the sector where your future career can flourish really well. Okay, so so super important that all of you understand the value of the skills which you will be gaining here. Data structures, algorithms, full stack web development. These are skills which are very relevant. You can be of any age group, any sort of background, doesn't matter. But these skills are what the companies are really looking for. Okay, so each and every person is eligible for the program. Come in, learn. You can be your first year in college also, and even then, if you understand the value of skills and you want to start working on your skills, you're more than welcome to take up the program. A placement guarantee per se is there for 2019 batch to 2023 batch. 2023 batch as in final year college students right now, be it any graduation, and 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022 batch graduates, more than eligible. Okay, perfect. Sapling program. So what does this program essentially cover, and why is this curriculum backed by NSDC? Why did they partner? What did they find good in our curriculum? Why are so many students getting placed from this curriculum, right? So I will tell you how does that happen. Yes, we cover aptitude also. I will show you exactly that, right? No, sapling, pioneer, everything, all the students are essentially learning the same skill sets and same modules, right? So what does the sapling program essentially cover? What is the curriculum like? That is what is essentially going to get you placed. Okay, so understand carefully. So the sapling program is designed in a manner that, one, we want to focus on high quality learning. So we have to make sure that every student is able to learn and grasp these topics, these subjects in utmost detail and fundamentally become strong with it. That is number one of importance. Okay. Second, we also need to make sure and take care of the fact that students are looking to get placed as early as possible, right? And that is exactly how the sapling program is designed. So with the sapling program, we start from absolute scratch, right? Now, it is not possible for any student to learn data structures, algorithms, full stack development in a matter of 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. In fact, I would say 7, 8 months also, right? Very difficult. You will either skip some topics or you will just learn those topics upar se, and you won't have that confidence which is needed to crack the best of opportunities, right? That is why our focus on designing the curriculum has been such that we cover and do justice to every topic, do justice to the learning for every student. Plus, parallelly, we design it in a manner that students can at least start sitting for placements as early as possible. Okay. So, number one, what do we start with? What do we start with in the sapling program? We start with the fundamentals of programming, right? Shikha, can you please turn the chat to hosts and panelists only? I think a lot of students are requesting for it. They're getting disturbed because of it. Okay. So the sapling program starts with the first couple of modules, which is fundamentals of programming. Very important that all of you create a strong foundation layer in the very first place. A lot of you come from diverse backgrounds, different backgrounds, all of those things, right? But so creating a strong fundamental of introductory programming, introductory algorithms, learning the basics of Java language, understanding logic building, right? Very important is that once you, if you understand that if I look at a problem statement and I'm able to think of what the logic is, right, to actually solve this problem, if you're able to do that, half the battle is won, right? You've done half the DSA already then. Okay, so the first two modules essentially focus on the very fundamentals of programming for students, after which the next two modules will focus on data structures, algorithms, right? Now, after you are done with these four modules of fundamentals of programming, introductory data structures, algorithms, you are already equipped to start sitting for companies which are hiring based on basic programming languages. For example, TCS, Infosys, Capgemini, Cognizant, HCL, Accenture, this, that, all these sorts of companies you can start sitting for as early as after doing the fourth module itself, right? So that is what I was saying, right? We have designed the curriculum in a manner that students will keep learning more and more with every passing module and every passing month, but they can start sitting for placements as early as possible. Okay. So the first four modules, as soon as you do, you start sitting for these kind of placement opportunities, which are companies hiring based on basic programming skills. Then you continue learning more and more after that also, because our goal is to become full stack developers. This is a skill set which will not only get you in your first IT sector job, but this is something which will actually help you for the next 5 years in your career. And mark my words, because I have seen it happen for thousands of students already. Okay, so after learning introductory data structures, algorithms, fundamentals of programming, post that you will start learning front end first or back end first, depending on how much confidence you have in your data structures, algorithms knowledge. And accordingly, if you are learning front end first, then after that you will learn back end to become a complete full stack developer. Or if you are learning back end first, then you will start learning front end and become a full stack developer, right? The idea of you learning one of them first is that as you start learning, let's say front end first, you will start sitting for front end based opportunities after that. Then as you start learning back end more, you will start sitting for back end and full stack development opportunities also. So that is how the course is structured, that with every passing month and module, as you keep learning more and more skills, you start opening up more and more job opportunities for yourself as well. Okay, what will we learn in these modules, right? So there is detailed weekly curriculum also shared. AccioJob believes in transparency, right? So everything is completely shared on the website itself, week-wise detailed curriculum also. But we will learn data structures, algorithms in Java language. Okay, we will learn front-end development in the in front-end dev. We will learn HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript. Framework we will learn on top of JavaScript will be React.js and Redux, right? On the backend side, we have both kind of modules. We have Node.js, Express, MongoDB related modules also. We have Spring Boot related modules also, right? So depending on the student's learning journey is how we personalize the course for them also. And having modules enables us to give students the freedom and flexibility also. Let's say this month Rohit Patra has a lot of exams or is completely like sick and he has like maybe some illness, right, this month, and he's not able to do it. So he can always redo that module next month, and so that he doesn't miss out on anything at all, right? All the recordings of live lectures, etc., will of course be provided to the student. Okay, but attending a live batches, live modules is equally good and equally important. Okay. So how does the sapling batch look like? How will this work out, right? So I will show it to you exactly. Brijesh, don't copy paste the same thing on the chat, right? Doesn't make sense. And okay, perfect. So yeah, how does this work out, right? So I will show you exactly how the pre-course will work out for you. Okay, so right now, if you guys log in, I hope you can see my screen, right? So if you log into the AccioJob platform, you will reach the home page, right? This is what your home page would look like. So how does the pre-course work? If you go and click on start learning, you will see that this is today's live class, which is already ongoing, right? And you can directly join this class from here. Similarly, tomorrow you will have a class on intro to programming. These are all free live classes for you to understand how does AccioJob teach, how are AccioJob instructors, how can AccioJob do the best and deliver the best for you, right? So tomorrow's class, you can directly join from here. Every day after the class, you can solve the assignments also which are being given with that class. This will give you a real feel that how will learning programming look like for you. Okay, so go ahead and attend all the free live classes to solve the assignments with these free live classes so that you start understanding that how are you liking programming, how is it going for you as well, right? Parallelly, after you attend these free live classes, solve these assignments, right? We have a scholarship test on 24th also, right? This scholarship test is a mix of aptitude and coding questions. What you will learn in these free live classes will be very helpful for you to do well in the scholarship test also. And based on the scholarship test rank which you can get some additional scholarships also. Our goal at AccioJob is always to incentivize and help the people who can be dedicated, who are committed, who are hardworking, right? So if you are someone who is attending these live classes, solving the assignments with it, you will definitely benefit in the scholarship test, and we would be happy to give you scholarships through the scholarship test, right? Okay, so on 24th, there is a scholarship test which you guys can take. There are free live classes which you can directly access from here also. You can solve the assignments from here also. Okay, and this is the home. Someone was asking, how do I enroll? Right? So if you have any specific doubts regarding enrollment, right, you can either request a call back here, right? Or if you want to talk to some of our alumni, you can just click on this connect with alumni, and someone from our team will reach out and help you connect with some alumni so that you can talk to them also. In fact, today only we have an alumni session, so you can interact and ask your doubts directly with alumni also. And if you are convinced you want to join into the program, you can book your seat directly, click here, and you can pay the registration fees here itself. And the rest of the amount, automatically the registration fees will be adjusted with the rest of the amount. So don't worry about that part. Okay, perfect. Coming back to where I was, right? So scholarship test is there on 24th. So mark your calendars that you give the scholarship test on 24th for sure. Okay. Compiler is not working. I'll get that checked here. Compiler should be working fine now. Can I get to learn AngularJS and Nest.js instead? Right. Rohit, to be very honest, React.js is more popular than Angular also. Right. And if you learn React.js, or if you're very strong with fundamentals of JavaScript also, right, learning these frameworks is not a big deal. Right. So if you're comfortable with React.js, probably in 15 days, you will get comfortable with Angular also. Right. Okay. Yes, Akash, I will just get that compiler issue checked, right? Okay. Scholarship test is for sapling program. Yes. How to log in, sir? Satya Murthy, you can just go to acciojob.com and you can just click on login, and then you can enter your details, right? Will we be able to access both after completing the course or just one we followed? Both, Mangesh. You are supposed to do both. It is only about first you will do front end and then back end, or first you will do back end and then front end. कौन सी लैंग्वेज कवर करेंगे ब्रिजेश? अभी तो बताया हमने आपको कि इन यू विल लर्न डेटा स्ट्रक्चर्स एल्गोरिथम्स इन जावा लैंग्वेज, राइट? After that, in front end, you will learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React.js. In backend, you will either learn Node.js, Express.js, and MongoDB, or else you will learn Spring Boot, right? SQL is something which everyone will learn, right? Working with SQL is something which everyone will learn. What is the time of exam? Bhagyashri, the exam is open for 12 hours, right? So on 24th, from 12 noon to at night 12 a.m., you can give it. Right, Ankit Sarkar, I am from sales background. Completely okay, yaar. If you're looking to switch into the IT sector, Ankit, more than welcome. Okay, just check out the AccioSat page, Anirudh. You will see the entire rank-wise scholarship criteria also. Right, Akhilesh, it is based on ranks, and that is shown on the AccioSat website only. Right, in main course, what will the timing be like? Good question, Yogesh. So let me show you that. Right. So once we start with the main batch, our main batch is starting from 2nd of February. Okay. So if this new year you are sort of you have made sure your resolution is that, yes, I want to work hard, get placed, join the upcoming batch, right? 2nd February is when we are starting with the next main batch. In the main batch, how will the classes look like? Monday to Friday at night, we will have live sessions. All the sessions which are live get recorded also, right? So don't worry about that part. We have recordings available for all of you guys for all the live sessions which happen. In case you miss any, or if you want to revisit also, you can always revisit that and access it. On Saturday, typically we have either revision class of any topic which students want, or problem solving classes where we practice some problems extra, right? Or we have weekend contests. These are proper time contests, right? And Sundays we have a small discussion of these contest discussions also, right? Of whatever contest happened, we have that also. Okay. Okay, perfect. The next is what else do we have? So in this program, what else you will find? You will find project building sessions, right? At least 10 odd projects is something which will be built live itself, right? During the course span, right? I will show you the main batch platform also, so that it will give you much more clarity. RRR Saturday, Sunday, there will be coding contest, which you can take anytime on Saturday, and Sunday, there will at least be a small contest discussion or a revision class, right? So yeah, sometimes there will be soft skill sessions also, which will help you build upon your resume, which will help you build upon your communication skills, your HR interviews, all of those things. Apart from this, you might be wondering, yes, aptitude, reasoning, all these things will be covered through the program itself. Okay. Okay. Next is open doubt hours. So what do we have during the entire program? Every day we have live open doubt hours for everyone. So students can essentially just hop on and get their doubts resolved directly from the mentor. Let me show you the platform itself so that you understand how it works. Okay. Okay, can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen? Yes, okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, perfect. So yeah, if you can, Kanishka, can you not see the screen? Others can. I think you're doing something wrong there then. So yeah, so once you log in, this is how your learning platform looks like, right? So every day you essentially join classes directly from the platform. You have something called a job sincerity score, which keeps pushing you to do better every day. Every day's sessions recordings are available for the students here itself directly. So for example, 21st November, I had a class on linked list. So assignments which I was supposed to do that day, I have available here. Lecture recordings of that day get available. So all past lecture recordings, all past assignments, students can always go back and revisit and access it, right? We have live doubt hours on the platform, right? So during these hours, anytime you have any doubt, you can hop in, directly ask it to the mentor. Okay, directly ask it to the mentor and get your doubts resolved. So every day it's almost real-time doubt solving for the student. There is a gym section which is very, very elaborate. So there are more than 1600, 1584 questions already on the platform, which students can keep practicing more and more and more. Whenever they find time, they should be practicing more questions. Okay. Vivek, before 2nd Feb, this is something which you will see. You will automatically be enrolled into the main batch platform. Okay. So yeah, not Angular, Sagar. React JS is a part of the course. Okay. React is a more popular framework than Angular as well, I believe. Okay. Next is contests, right? Like I was saying. So every weekend you will give contests. Contests are something like very similar to that of what companies take, right? So companies take coding tests, which is proctored, full screen mode, and you have to, in a timed environment, you have to solve problems. So every weekend you give contests and you become adept to actually do well in these contests also. Next is one-on-one sessions. This is very important because students essentially don't have a lot of interview exposure before, right? So when every student in AccioJob takes at least like 8-10 mock interviews for sure, right? So when they take these mock interviews, when they take these one-on-one mentorship sessions, they get detailed feedback about what they are doing, what are the weak areas, what are the strong areas, what should they be working most on, everything, right? Plus they get to see the recordings also, detailed recordings of what they did in the one-on-one session also, right? So one-on-one sessions, mock interviews, all of these things are very, very important when you are going to be learning through the program. And initially students will fear mock interviews also, but if you ask and look at any of our like thousands of placement students and stories, everyone will tell you that mock interview is very critical, right? Next is all the other features. We have detailed notes available on the platform, so you can access notes on each and every topic in detail anytime. There are a lot of soft skills related resources available, so you can submit your resume for reviewing. You can join Discord and take part in group discussion sessions, actually improve your communication skills, work on that part as well. Take HR related mock interviews, HR related mentorship sessions. There is a project section, right? So apart from the live project sessions which will happen, there are guided projects so that students can essentially build out projects in a step-by-step manner themselves also, right? So there are a lot of 30 plus, 40 plus projects already there. Okay. There is a refer and earn option, of course. So students who like AccioJob, like learning, they can refer their friends and students to join AccioJob, and they themselves, their friends get a 5,000 rupee discount also, and they themselves get 3,000 cashback or referral bonus. So yeah, you refer enough of your friends and you can essentially make the entire course fees back for yourself, right? Next is the job portal. So all the jobs which are getting coming in will be posted on the job platform itself, right? So students directly apply through the job platform itself, right here, right in front of it. They are able to see what company is coming, how much are they hiring for, what is the eligibility criteria, what are they requiring, what do they really need out of you, what are the skills they are looking for. Everything is visible here itself, right? So that is how the entire platform will work. Okay, so yeah, so that is like a quick journey and all the how you will be learning with AccioJob, which is super important for you to have an understanding of also. Okay, talking about the rest of the part, I will brief you about that now, don't worry. Yep, right. Our mentors and instructors, right? So of course, top-notch mentors, top-notch instructors. I'm sure you have. A lot of you guys are here after your friends uh, uh, already referred you, or some people I'm sure have heard that okay, this person got placed, this that, right? So that is why you are here. So yeah, instructors top-notch. You will find all the top instructors here at AccioJob, and they all come and work in the industry at great places, good companies, right? So they have industry knowledge also. They have all the awareness, and they have themselves prepared for our dream jobs and cracked them last 2 years back, 3 years back, 1 year back, 4 years back, maybe, right? And they're really passionate about helping students with the same. So that is what you'll see with all our instructors and mentors. Yeah, Rohit, good question. I just explained, right? So every day on our platform, there are open doubt hours, right? So not even book a session, Giridharan, right? Directly on the platform, every day our mentors are available for a span of 7 to 8 hours. They are live on the platform. So you just, whenever during those hours you have a doubt, you just click on that button, you directly get on a call with the mentor, or you can ask it on chat also if you want. So either video call with the mentor or chat with the mentor and get your doubt resolved that time itself, right? So it's almost real time. Okay. No Ashutosh percentage criteria department, nothing will matter. Don't worry. Talking about placements, right? So more than 300. I think this number is crossed 350 already, and it should touch 400 very, very soon. So it will get updated as soon as it touches 400. But yeah, more and more hiring partners now hiring from us. In fact, we have pushed enough number of partner companies, right? You see companies like Lowe's, you see companies like Sears, Verifone. There are so many companies who essentially had eligibility criteria before, but after interviewing with us multiple times, no, that is not true at all, Akash. That is a lie, I would say, because you just go and check out the recent interviews posted on YouTube also, right? BSc people, BCom people, in fact, right? Getting placed at good companies, 8 LPA, 10 LPA, 12 LPA, right? So all these opportunities are opened up for all types of people. Of course, a BTech computer science student who is graduating in 2022 or 2023 will have more companies eligible for themselves, right? But if you look at it more objectively, for all the others also, there are enough companies with open eligibilities. What we need to work more on is our skill set. And if you're working hard on our skill set, I tell it very, very clearly that non-BTech, non-IT, non-CS people, they should work harder for sure, right? Because if someone BTech CS student has 100 opportunities, the non-BTech CS people will have slightly lesser opportunities. So you should be working harder on your skills, so that even with slightly lesser opportunities, you're able to crack them for sure, right? And that is what our alumni also say, right? So you can go ahead and check that bit out, right? But enough hiring opportunities, hiring partners available to get all of our students placed who are actually working hard on their skill sets, right? The minimum guarantees 3 LPA, don't go by the minimum essentially, right? A lot of you might come in and are taking this program just to get into the IT sector and get your career started. For them, maybe a 4 LPA opportunity is also very good to start with. Some people here, I'm sure, are looking to upskill and work hard and crack the best possible opportunity, right? So for them, nothing is limited. Sapling, Pioneer, both programs have same placement opportunities, same instructors, same mentors, same curriculum, same mock interviewers. Everything is the same, right? The Sapling program just has a couple of months extra, so that more added focus on creating a strong foundation and fundamentals can be given, right? Sunny, it totally depends on how hard you work and how much skills you gain, right? So if you're already working in TCS for 4 years of experience, you know how you're growing, right? You know that if you learn DSA, if you learn the right skill sets and switch to a product-based company, how much you can do, right? So Pioneer program essentially has a selection process, Rohit, right? You take the free live classes, give the coding test and interview. If your fundamentals are good enough, well and good. Plus Pioneer program, we ask you to commit at least 9 to 10 hours a day, right? Because it will work on a faster pace first. And second, it will be super rigorous. You will have to put 9-10 hours a day, right? More importantly, good communication skills. No, Anita, I think for programmers and people like you, communication skills are important, right? But they are not the most important thing, I would say, right? You just need to reach a place where you can speak functional English. At least you can communicate decently in English, right? Of course, you don't need to become great orators or something like that. That is completely okay. Okay. Perfect. Lots and lots of stories like that. Yeah. People coming from non-technical backgrounds, gap years, 5 years gap years, 6 years gap years, right? 2015, 16 graduates starting their IT careers after it. So it's all about, doesn't matter where you are coming from, what the past background looks like, to be very honest. You just need to work hard and come with this mindset that for the next few months, I'm going to be super committed to learning and improving my skills. That is very, very important, right? If you are ready to work hard patiently on your skill sets, you will definitely convert a good job opportunity by the end of the program, right? Yeah, so there is no limit at AccioJob. Everything is unlimited, right? So learning is infinite. You can take as many mock interviews, mentorship sessions as you want, right? You can apply for as many companies as you want. It's not limited, like you can apply for only one company or two companies, right? Once you get placed, after that also you can apply for better opportunities which are offering at least 4 LPA plus CTC. Matlab, if you get placed at 5 LPA, you can apply for companies coming in and offering above 9 LPA CTC. If you get placed at 9 LPA, you can apply for companies offering above 13 LPA CTC, right? So there is no limit on how much a student can learn, right? And how much a student can apply. Why is AccioJob different is something which people were asking, right? AccioJob is different from other institutes because AccioJob takes full ownership of the student, right? Unlike your college or any other place where you have learned, right? Where Essentially, you just come in, you learn, you don't learn, no one cares, you get a certificate or a degree and you get out, right? What about the outcome, right? At AccioJob, what we are most cared about is actually making sure the student is learning and getting the outcome which they are dreaming of, right? Which they are coming here from. That is a good job opportunity to get their career started. And that is the most important part here, right? Okay. Rohit, compiler is working fine. Can you just hard refresh Control Shift R once and check it? The team has just confirmed with me that the compiler is working fine. Okay. So yeah, just check it out again, boss Rohit. Okay. Perfect. Let me move on. Yes, second year BCA also can move on, right? And that is why this much student love is there. You might not have seen AccioJob doing a lot of marketing and this and that, right? Because our alumni are marketing, right? They get us automatically, they enroll 5-10 of their friends into the program and automatically we've been growing. Sakshi, validity of the course. So this course and so the program or the platform will be available for you after the lifetime, for lifetime, right? So assignments, recordings, all of that will be accessible for lifetime. The course validity will be there with you for at least a span of 16 months, right? So yeah. I'm a second year. Can I join? Absolutely, Vaishnavi, you can join. Why not? Pratik said she completed full stack course but not placed, and now she wants to join AccioJob. She's eligible for 2018 batch. If she's 2018 batch, Pratik, she'll be eligible for the sapling program. Okay. Should I leave service company and join? With it, totally your call, yeah. You can do it with the program also, right? You can you can do it with your current job also. If you are super confident that no, I am financially okay, it's not a mess for me, then it is your call, honestly, right? Okay. Naman, pay after placement criteria is there for the Pioneer program, right? You can check that bit out, alag se. Okay, perfect. These are like placement highlights. You can check out the placement report on our website also, that will give you more details. In fact, yes, you will get a certificate at the end of the program. This will be backed by NSDC also, right? And AccioJob also. This will be downloadable from the government Skill India platform. So it is nationally recognized, completely like authenticated. Okay. So don't worry about the certification part, but still I would like to add and say that the most important thing you will gain from this program will be the skills you will learn, the projects you will build, the personality you will come out with, right? And the learning which you will get, that is more important than the certificate also. And most importantly, you will come out with a job, right? So getting that is the most important part, I believe. Okay. More than 300 companies, again, all sorts of companies, this, that. Placement percentage, RRR typically varies from batch to batch, from 70% to 85%, depending on the batch and how much students are doing, right? This is typically, I see 75-80% students working hard with the program and actually getting placed at the end of it. Another 15-20-30% people are always there who will not study. They will sort of just they will open up one lecture and not really solve assignments, won't be serious about it, right? So yeah, people who will complete the program with us, minimum 8 modules, right? We give a job guarantee. So anyone who is doing minimum 8 modules, I am giving you 100% guarantee that you will get placed for sure. It has never happened that any of these students who have completed the program with us has never gotten placed, right? That is not possible. Okay. Talking about the payment options, right? So the sapling program essentially has a 82,599, right? That is the total cost, including all taxes, etc., right? You can pay the entire amount using your credit card, bank transfer directly on our Razorpay through net banking, etc. also. Or if you want, we have EMI options also. So we can help you take a no cost EMI option through some of our NBFC partners, right? So you can essentially pay this entire fees in monthly options. This will be a loan for you guys with 0 interest rate, right? Because it will be a partner of ours, NBFC partner of ours will facilitate for you. So it will be 0 interest rate for you. So you can pay the entire amount in up to 12-month monthly installments at 0 cost. Simple. Okay. The Pioneer program fees options are different. There it is much more expensive, right? But you're paying after the placement in that case. For the Pioneer upfront also, the program fees is similar. If you look at it objectively, it comes to around 6,000 something a month. That is like 200 something a day. And we have tried to keep it as reasonable as possible. You go ahead and compare our program with any other program in the market, and you will not be able to find a cheaper and more reasonable program providing so much holistic support, right? Such a good quality training, instructors, mentor, everything, right? And that is essentially what we deliver, right? And that is why we are different than all others there. Okay, so yeah, sapling program, no cost EMI options is available. For female students, there is a Pratigya initiative which we run. We want to support females getting into the IT sector. So we give a special 15,000 rupees scholarship, which is born from our side for female students. Okay. Money back guarantee, again, like I said, it is completely transparent on our website, right? So we have a complete money back policy which we sign with the student. I will show it to you on the website itself, right? So if you just go to our website and have a look on the website itself, you will be able to see that, okay, there is a money back guarantee attached right here for you. So in detail, you can read the money back guarantee policy, and we sign this with the student also when we enroll into the program, right? So each and everything is transparent. That is why AccioJob, that is the beauty of AccioJob, I would say, right? And yeah, so that's like a quick brief about what AccioJob has to offer. And I would say, like, if you are someone who is looking to learn and get high quality education, actually break into the IT sector, this is the best bet in the market which you've got right now. And we take the complete onus and guarantee that we will work hard, 2x hard than what you do, and make sure that we get you a good start into your IT career, right? So yeah, so that's a little bit about AccioJob. I think it's already 9 o'clock, so I think the alumni might be waiting for alumni might be waiting to sort of get started. But yeah, I can quickly take a couple of doubts if people have. Vaishnavi, who are eligible for Pioneer program? So Pioneer program, we have a selection process, Vaishnavi. 2019 to 2023 graduates are only eligible again for the Pioneer program also. And Pioneer program, we have free live classes followed by coding test and interview every month. It was there in the last few days. We had the coding test and interviews going on for the Pioneer program, right? Again, next month we will have test and interview for the Pioneer program. So yeah, that is how it looks like. Will there be a next Pioneer batch after Feb 2? Yes, Vineet, it will be there. It will be there in March probably. Yeah. What minimum mathematics concept one should know before learning DSA? Basic math. Up to 10th standard mathematics is all we need, right? We don't need calculus or hi-fi trigonometry or nothing like that. Okay. Perfect. How much fees? Akhilesh, I just explained, right? 82,599 is the entire fees for the 12-month program, right? You can pay it in monthly installments up to at zero, no cost EMI also. Yeah. Yes, I explained that also, Rakesh or Raksh, right? That you can apply for better companies later on also, right? But again, like I said, minimum CTC different. If you get placed at 5 LPA, you can apply for 9 and above. If you get placed at 9, then 13 and above, and so on. Am I okay? Already answered, Souvik. No, not very strong mathematics knowledge is required. Basic up to class 10th level mathematics knowledge is there, more than enough. Right? What you need more is the analytical mind, right? Ability to do arithmetic, to logical reasoning questions. If you're able to build that, it will be very helpful. What is the difference between Sapling and Pioneer program? Okay, Pioneer program is more rigorous and fast-paced. First, we check for basic coding programming knowledge through coding test and interview for the Pioneer program. For Sapling, it's completely beginner friendly. We work on their fundamentals. We expect around 5 hours, 6 hours of effort with Sapling program. With the Pioneer program, we expect 9-10 hours of effort at least, right? Pioneer program is more suited for people who have that analytical skill set already built up. They know they are very strong with logical reasoning, etc. already. So good for them. Otherwise, the Sapling program is generally more suited for most people who are looking to start their journey from the beginning so that they can build a strong foundation first. They can invest at least 5 hours, 6 hours a day. They cannot maybe put 9-10 hours a day right now. Third, they want to work on improving their logical reasoning and analytical skills first to begin with. So yeah, all of those people, that is the right way. Okay. No, live classes are there at night, Chanakeshwa. You will get recordings of all the live sessions, of course, right? But our instructors are also working professionals, right? So yeah. Can you share the last batch placement result? So Giridharan, last batch just started last month, right? So that would be not fair. But like I said, a batch which has gotten completed probably last month, which is like a year or so back, they must be sitting at least 80% of the placement. Can't able to complete assignment, sir. What to do? Can't be able to resolve. So Akash, now if you check, the compiler is working seamlessly fine. So I don't think you should be looking at any issues now. What will we get after clearing scholarship test? Ravi, you will get scholarships to join the program. As simple, right? Do I need credit card for EMI option? No, not really, Prajwal. You can take EMI option without credit card also and with credit card also. If you have credit card, you can take it with your credit card also if you want. If you want to take it with our NBFC partners, you can do that also. Entire course duration, complete Giridharan is 12 months. You start sitting for placements as early as after the 4th module or the 4th month, right? And you keep sitting for placements as high as up to the 16th month or 18th month, right? So yeah, plus you have lifetime access to the recordings and the assignments as such. So yeah, can I get 100% scholarship in this test? Abhay, the top 3 rankers get 100% scholarship also. Why not? What if I don't want to appear for smaller package within 2 months and wait for higher companies? Anirudh, if you are confident about it so much and with your skill sets, totally on you, yeah, not an issue. Entire course duration to learn full stack already answered. Do you provide? Yes, Ajauddin, we provide a certificate recognized by NSDC, National Skill Development Corporation, that is downloadable from Skill India platform, everything, right? So yeah. Venkatesh, don't worry, we are happy to assist you again in any of those cases also. What is the selection process for scholarships? Nothing, Jyoti. You give the scholarship test on 24th of January, which is coming after a week or so. And yeah, basis that. Madhan, for Pioneer program, you need to clear the coding test and interview based on fundamentals of programming. Okay. Perfect. Okay. One of my friend is first year college student, so can he join? Souvik, yes, absolutely. They can join if they're looking to gain skills right now. Definitely. Of course, in first year, they won't get a job outcome, but I'm sure they will be skilled enough that by the time they reach their final year, they will get amazing returns in terms of job outcome, everything, right? Why not job guarantee is not for after 23 batch? How will we get you placed? You are still not in final year, yaar. How will I get you placed when you are in your second year of college, right? Company will ask for some graduation at least. Simple. So that is why you can do the program right now, and next year when you will be in your final year, you will automatically reap the benefits of it, right? Okay. Perfect. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your time and patience. I hope that I have been able to answer most of your doubts. I think we have some alumni waiting. Anita, for Pioneer program, we do have a coding test and interview, which basically is based on basic coding skills, right? So yeah. I'm not able to find options that you are showing in AccioJob dashboard. Souvik, which dashboard options are you talking about? Can you DM us separately on Discord or something, or on our so yeah, if you are having any specific doubts, what you can do is, I'll show you this also. What you can do is essentially just go to our website, right? And once you go to our website, you will see that there is this WhatsApp icon here, right? So you can directly DM us your doubt here and we'll be happy to answer it individually also, right? Or you can call us up on this number also directly and we'll be happy to answer your doubts there also. Okay. So yeah, right, on the website, this number is there to call. There's this WhatsApp icon which you can click and WhatsApp us directly also. Okay, so we can answer individual doubts much more easily. Okay. Oh, okay, Souvik, so that is the main batch learning platform, right, Souvik? So that is after you get enrolled in the AccioJob program. When you start learning in the program, that is when you will be seeing that learning platform, right? Naman, of course, if you are in first year of college, you can learn the skills right now. And by the time you reach your third year or fourth year in college, we would be more than happy to help. But yeah, we cannot give you a guarantee right now, right? How do I guarantee a job to you in your first year? right? Very difficult. So yeah. When the Pioneer program test will start? Next month again, yeah. I think Satyashri, next month it will be there again. But right now, if you're looking to enroll the sapling program main batch starting from 2nd February, right? Again, we give complete flexibility in terms of people who think they already have the knowledge, right? If they already have the knowledge, what you can do is that if you look at our curriculum, right, the Pioneer program and sapling program essentially cover the same curriculum. The sapling program just has a couple of months of extra fundamentals of programming, focus on that, right? So if you think you already have the knowledge of fundamentals of DSA, fundamentals of programming, what you can do is that you can join into the sapling program, and you can, all of you will get a personal batch manager also. So you can request your batch manager that I already know the basics. Can you please take my mock interview or get my mock interview scheduled so that I can move to the next module? And yes, the batch manager will get your mock interview scheduled so that you can move to the next module. So essentially, if you already know the basics part, you can give the mock interviews of these relevant modules and move ahead with it also, and get to the right module where you actually have to start learning from, right? So yeah, that is how it works, right? That is how the course is designed, so that it is super flexible on all these things also. No, Sritharan, the sapling program has the upfront payment option, right? Native language lectures and doubt solving available? No, M102 native language, as in we have English as the primary language which is being used, right? Sometimes the mentors might be comfortable with Hindi also, Telugu also, so they can cooperate on that front. But the primary language which we use is basic English, right? Basic English is something which you also have to become okay with, because how else will you crack good job opportunities, right? Okay. Perfect. Anuj, how many students will be under one batch manager? Typically 80 to 100, Anuj, that is what it looks like, right? So yeah. How many time we can access recorded video? As many times as you want, Sandy. As many times as you want, you can do it. Can we get any remote opportunities? Souvik, there will be some remote opportunities. But again, like I said, we cannot guarantee that you will get placed in a remote opportunity only. There will be some, right? Okay, thank you so much. I think the alumni are waiting for quite some time, and I can hand it over to Shikha now. If anyone has any other questions specifically, please feel free to ask it on the Discord community, right? Or directly on our website via WhatsApp, or call us up and ask it to us, right? Okay, we are more than happy to answer. But right now, over to Shikha and our alumni, who can definitely share their experience with you guys. And if you have any questions specifically you would want to ask the alumni, please go for it. And I'm sure they would be happy to help you out. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Have a good evening. Have a good pre-course, and make sure you attempt the scholarship test on 24th and enroll into the 2nd February batch. So I'll see you most likely on 23rd again, and maybe on 2nd February also again. Okay. Perfect. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Yash. I think that was a really informative session for many of us. And okay, so I think we can take over now, and we can have you guys interacting with the alumni now. Again, if you guys have any queries, you can ask us on Discord, or you can even ping Yash on Discord, whatever suits you better, right? And okay, guys, so I think I'll just give you a quick introduction of what will happen now. So we'll have two of our alumni joining in. I mean, they're already here, so I'll just introduce them. There is Sapna, she's here. So I think she can introduce herself better. Sapna, can you try unmuting yourself once?
Hi, I'm audible.
Yes, you are. You would have to switch on your video though. Same goes for Ritik.
Yeah, is it visible?
Yes, you are. Ritik, can you also switch on your video?
Yes, sure.
Right, great. So I think these are our alumni, guys. You can drop in a quick hello. Can you not? I mean, why not? That's the question. Okay. So guys, you can drop in a quick greeting for the alumni as well. So they got
Hi,
these
everyone.
very recently. And yes, you guys can take over as well, guys. Before I think you guys share your experience. So guys, can you please drop in a congratulations as well? Because again, got placed very recently, and they've been placed at pretty good packages. At least that's what they would think. I mean, you will be the better judges. So yes, Guys, could you please introduce yourselves? We'll start with Sapna and then I think we can come to Ritik, right? That is the sequence we'll follow. So, Sapna, can we know about your background and where are you placed currently?
Yeah, hi, I'm Swapna. I'm a majors in biotechnology from IIT University, Vellore, and
Right,
I currently got placed in a startup called Happiness.net. It's in
right.
Gurgaon.
Okay, great.
It's like
So
10
I think this
kilometers or 5 kilometers from AccioJob, I guess.
that's great. I think so. We can always have you visiting the office. So
Yeah, I'll
great
be
to have you.
visiting by next week.
Okay, great. So I think Ritik, can you now tell us more about your background and about your placement?
So my name is Ritik Ghosh, and so basically I'm BCA graduate, and I recently got placed at New Star Bangalore.
Right.
So that's it.
Okay, great. So I think have you joined already?
Yeah, I've joined. I've started. It's been like 1 week, 10 days. From
Right.
9th
Okay.
Jan, I've joined. Yeah.
Okay. So I think if I could ask you guys, guys, also the audience members can drop in their questions for the alumni in the chat section. And I think they'll be really honest with you. I think that's something they'll always abide by. So yeah, you can just ask them your quick questions in the chat section itself. Okay. So my first question would be, how was life before joining AccioJob? As in, why did you decide suddenly that you have to go for coding? I think Sapna, you are coming from a biotech background, right? Why
Yes.
coding?
Okay, I'm not even an engineering graduate. I'm a MSc. It comes under arts, first of all. So why I started coding is that because everyone knows that only coding pays a high CTC comparing all other code. That's the
Right,
first point. Okay, that
right,
is the major reason why people joins. So that's how I
Yeah.
joined. I joined first of one of my friend who's already in AK. He recently got placed in a front end company somewhere in Bangalore.
right.
So he recommended me to join AccioJob, and I joined in June batch, and I got placed now. It's been 10 days since my job.
Okay, great. So I think it's just been 10 days. So how has the experience been these last 10 days? How's corporate life?
Corporate life is very good. At this a startup, everyone are really, friendly. It's not, it doesn't feel like a corporate at all because it's a startup and everyone are very friendly.
Okay, great. So I think coming to you, Ritik, with the same
Yes,
question,
sir.
can
Yes.
we get to know how was life before joining AccioJob and why coding? What have you completed?
So, so, so the same reason goes for me too. I started coding because it pays well. So, but before AquaJob, I was coding from before only, like before 6 months.
Right,
But like it was very difficult to find opportunities because it's like I used to uh, mail so many founders and apply like so many companies. But as a BCA student, I used to get very less replies.
right.
So after that, so I actually got good opportunities here.
Okay, great. So, in which month did you guys get placed? As in, Sapna, which month did you get placed?
I got placed by December and I joined 10 days back.
June. Right. So, I think it was your 6th month, right?
Yeah, it's my 6 month.
Okay. So, you
Mine
got
too.
placed in your 6th month. And Ritik, what about you?
So at the end of December, I got placed, and I joined on July. So it's like within 6 months, I got placed.
Right. 5th or 6th month. Right. Great.
Yeah.
So, I think, guys, there is a question for you in the chat section. Was it hard for you to manage your time along with the course? Sapna, first you can take over.
Okay, I'm not a working professional. I'm like
Right.
I was 2022 passed out.
Right.
So like 24/7, I'm obviously free. So I started coding. To guys who are really noob who have no idea about coding, the first few months, like 1 or 2 months, it will be really difficult for you all because it's a basic month and you have like if you have no idea about coding, trust me, I learned system.order println in July month only, July first week only. Even though I
Right.
joined by June 20, I couldn't start the course by June itself. So the
Right.
July first week, I learned that. So for the first 1 or 2 months, it'll be really difficult.
Okay, so that is something. Okay, so I think that's an advice you're giving to the students and you're scaring them in general. But
Not carrying them, like I'm just saying that the first 1 or 2 months will be really difficult because it's the first time you started coding, and it's not as people think. So yeah, but in
okay,
the 3 months, I swear.
all right. Ritik, what about you?
So I think she's right. The first few months, initial months would be difficult, but I think after that it gets easier. And after that, the main thing is to be consistent. Like I faced a few rejections while applying on the month November month. So I think at that time, it is very depressing when you get rejected after working so hard. So at that time, I think they should be more patient and like be consistent. And eventually, get the right opportunity.
Right, got it. So I think that is something. And okay, so I think if I could ask you guys, so why did you apply for the program is something you've already told me, but then why AccioJob only? How did you get to hear about AccioJob?
Okay, I go first.
Right.
AccioJob, as I said, I got to know through one of my friend who's already in AccioJob and he got placed recently. Through him, I got to know. And yeah, AccioJob is really good. I can see a number of plus points. If you want, like I will tell you that for the questions.
Okay, great. So what about you, Ritik? As in, what do you think? Why did you join AccioJob in general?
So actually, I got to know about AccioJob through one of the YouTube podcast of Yashwant sir. So I saw
Right,
his video. So there he explained what AccioJob is and what it does. So the main point which stuck to me was like you can give unlimited mocks and you will be assigned a batch manager who will take
right.
your doubts. That point really stuck with me because I have done courses before, but that was very rare to me. So I think that's why I joined.
Okay, great. So I think that's a great thing to know from you guys. Okay, guys, I think since you've already told me why did you apply for the program, so if you could tell me more about the experience at the program, what maybe appealed to you, what you think was nice during the program, or what do you think wasn't nice at all?
Okay, to me, the mock n number of times you can give mock. There will be live out from 11 to 1. Like it will be live out in the morning. There will be live out in the evening from 5. And also there will be live out in the midnight 11 to
Right,
1, I guess. So that's the most plus point about AccioJob. You can go any doubt you have, even from the basic to even advanced level of questions, doubts you can go and ask them. So there is a live doubts around 6 to 7 hours, I guess. And there will be teaching where will be like 3 hours for every day. And also there is a number of mentor session you can book. In live dot, there might be around 10 to 5 members, your peers. But if you book mentor session, it's like a one-on-one session. You can ask any doubt. So and you can book n number of times, even on one day itself.
great. So I think
So
that was something
point,
appealing to
and I
you.
love all these things about AccioJob.
Right. Okay. So I think okay. I think I'll take up a question from the chat section as well now. But before that, Ritik, could you also answer? How was your experience with AccioJob?
So
Like the pros and
uh,
cons?
So it was very good. And the best part, like my manager was very good. She's actually so supportive, and whenever I need any help, she was always there. And
Right.
the another best part was like every month we used to have mock tests and mock interviews for the module. So that was very good because of that we have to work harder to get to the next module. That is a very good thing. And the
Yes.
like she said, like we can give a number of mentorship sessions or mock interviews. That is the best thing I think.
Right. Great. Okay. So I think that is something very great to hear as well. And again, guys, could you tell me, did you learn with AccioJob's resources provided, or did you get your hands on any other coding platform also? Then, did you need any other coding platform in general? Sapna, you can take over.
No, to me, as I'm a noob in coding,
Right.
AccioJob itself is like a 24 hours of work for me. And I do practice in lead code as well. But
Right.
rest of the source, like you get all the sources from AccioJob itself, including the theoretical. You have thousands of gym questions to solve. So you
Okay.
get all the resources from AccioJob itself. Apart from we do practice in lead code. I practice in lead code.
Right.
Me too, me
Great.
too.
Okay. So I think that applies to you as well, Ritik. So
Yeah,
that
sure.
was
Yes.
lead code was the only thing you referred to.
Yeah, lead code and not code. Actually, most of the time I used to refer to AquaJob's gym section and the assignments, and sometimes I should go for lead code.
Okay, great. So I think, guys, could you also tell us about your packages if that is comfortable though?
Yeah.
Right.
So mine is 6.6. Yeah.
Okay, great. So I think that is great. And Sapna, what about you?
Minus 6 LPA with accommodation. This is the accommodation they provided. So with accommodation, so you can consider like around 7.
Okay, great. So okay. So I think can I also get to know about more about your placement, as in what sort of I think what sort of profile are you working with?
I'm currently
So
working as an associate software engineer
Okay.
in a backend engineer.
Right. Okay. So you went ahead with the same from the backend module, right?
Backend, yeah, I'm currently in front-end module in Accio now. Just now I
Okay.
started front-end module. Yeah, all I know is JS and Java. That's it.
Okay, right. Okay, so that's great to hear. And what about you, Ritik?
So I'm a associate software engineer in Newstar, and my role is actually a backend engineer. So
Okay.
I'm actually working on Spring Boot and Java.
Okay, great. So I think that's also great to hear again, guys. So yeah, I'm getting to know a few things that backend has a lot of job opportunities. Is it?
Yes, yes, sure.
Yes, backend as well as front end has a number of job opportunities. It's about what you like to do. Like if you like web development, you can go for that.
Yeah.
And if you really want to implement your logical skills and you want to learn DSA deep into it, you can go for backend engineer. So it's totally depend upon you, your interest.
Guys, since you're already placed in your 6th or 5th month, so are you continuing with the course right now?
Yes, I'm continuing. I still have around 6 to 8 months pending.
Oh, okay, great. So what about you,
So
Ritik?
honestly, I'm not able to continue because in the job it's like I have not started my backend module. So I got placed after the module D. So
Right.
now I have to I have to learn Spring Boot, and I'm actually getting uh, work assigned to me in Java. So actually I'm not getting that much time. So I'm quickly learning through crash courses and doing implementing it.
Okay, great. So I think Ritik has been pretty very honest, I should say. Okay. So any which ways, guys. So is there I think there is Rohit asking, is there anything that you guys didn't like about AccioJob? You guys have to be honest. Why are you guys guys asking this question? I mean, okay, I wouldn't like to ask this question in general, but then guys, if you want, you can just answer this. Okay, Sapna, you can go first.
Okay, there is no such thing as I don't like about AccioJob. Come on, they like you can pay after placement, so you're not gonna spend even one penny. Okay, and then they're gonna provide you a number of sources, the gym portal, everything with live out, with recordings, with mentorship session, with everything. Then like, what's the loss? You guys tell me what's the loss?
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you. So
and
you've done the promotion for us.
sometimes and sometimes, I feel like we are lacking there. Like AccioJob is providing too much for us to, like this. We
Yeah,
have to study 6 hours. Okay.
we
Yeah,
have to study
and
so
some
much.
we cannot take
That's
a day
the thing I
break.
don't like about AccioJob. Same as Ritik.
Right, great.
Uh,
So I think
it's
that's
hectic.
great to hear, guys. So that's you pretty much saved our reputation for today. Okay, great. So any which ways. So guys, how did you work on your communication skills through the course? I think that is something that is really important for the interview bit, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. Definitely it is. Yeah, like for from Monday to Saturday, I guess you'll be having all the DSA, everything, Java, front and back and everything. On every Sunday, we do have HR session. So
Okay.
you how to improve your communication skills from like every question that has been asked in the interviews, everything. So every Sunday you have live HR session as well. And apart from that, do you want to if you want to improve your communication skill, you can similarly book this mentorship session for the
Right,
community.
got it. What
And
about you, Ritik? How did you work on that? Okay, I think Sapna is
So,
continuing.
uh,
yeah, I'm done.
Okay, great.
okay,
So
okay.
Ritik, how did you
So,
work on your communication skills?
okay, so I used to attend the communication sessions which used to happen on Sunday. Apart from
Right.
that, actually, I had sessions with my batch manager. So she used to help me. She used to take uh, sessions with me, mock sessions, HR sessions. So that really helped me.
Okay, great. So I think that is also nice to hear that our batch managers did save some of our reputation as well. Okay. In which ways, guys, one final question from my end would be, what all advices do you give to the students who will be joining the course now? As in, these are the students who will be joining soon.
Okay. So yeah, first of all, stay consistent. That's what really matters. You have to code every day, every single day. Even if you skip one day, you can compensate by next day. So do practice every single day. Just do what Akio says. Just watch the live out or the recordings. Do the assignments every day and try to do some of the gym question. That's more than enough. Like you can't get time for these things itself. So do what Akio job says. Watch the recordings, do the assignments, do the gym questions, and that's more than enough. Stay consistent.
Got it. So I think that's a piece of advice that everyone can follow, guys. Be it you're going ahead with AccioJob or maybe any other upskilling course, or maybe just something in life, right? You need to be consistent, and I think that was a very valuable advice on her part. And what about you, Ritik?
So, like what Sapna said, being consistent is very important and having patience. Like I remember, like when I was in November month, I got rejected like around 4 companies, and I used to think like when I will get placed and like so that's the time when you have to be very patient and be consistent with the like learning. So I think I would say be patient and be consistent.
Right, got it. So I think patience and consistency is the only thing that
Yeah.
I think people that are alumni recommend here. So
Yeah.
yes. So guys, could you also tell us, are there any working professionals, if you know from your batches, who actually joined AccioJob and got their placement there?
Yeah, I do know some of my friends from AQ are currently doing job, like in
Right.
their own core job, and they are continuing the course. It's just that they can't practice how a free like a non-working guy is doing that. But still, the live out is from 8 to 11, I guess. The live session is from 8 to 11. So you
Right.
can watch the live out. As the recording is available, you can watch the next day, or even you can watch after a week whenever you're available.
Okay, great. So I
So
think
same,
that
it's
is
all about you. It's all on you guys. It's like all on you. How much do you want work? How much you want to stay consistent? It's all on you.
okay.
Uh,
That's actually a very serious advice to follow. Okay, that's a life advice. Any which ways, Ritik, what do you suggest here?
So so what was the question? Like how many of them?
Right. So, are there any working professionals from your batch who actually got placed, or maybe
Yeah,
were they
actually,
finding
yeah.
it difficult? Yeah.
Yeah, so two of my friends actually got placed on a new style. They are in different teams, and I'm actually living with them in the PG. And one of my friend got placed in Gurgaon. He's at applicant AI. So yeah, I have friends who got placed from my
Right.
batch.
So, was it difficult for them to balance it with their jobs as such?
So it was difficult, but actually the job was not like that hectic. So that helped. And one of my friends actually stopped his job. He resigned and he continued with the aqua job. So that is very actually very difficult, but it's like they managed somehow.
Got it. So I think, guys, our instructor is already waiting. Saksham is here, so he can just take over now. So we'll just take one
Okay.
final question. And yes,
Yeah.
so Mangesh is asking, how much was your coding period in a day? So how much time did you spend on coding in one day? Sapna.
Yeah, I spend around 5 to 6 hours, maybe 5 to 6 hours.
Right. Got
Probably,
it.
yeah.
And what about you, Ritik?
So it would be like 3 to 6 hours between that much. Yeah, but I was consistent with like between 3 to 6 hours. I was consistent with that.
Right. So I think that should be the ideal time to practice, right? Per
Yeah.
day, that should be the only time required.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
Like
So, got it, guys. So, I think that was it. And that is all I wanted to know from the alumni today. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us, guys. And best of luck for your journey ahead as well, right? You've just joined and you're just beginning. So, any which ways. So, guys, I'll just hand over the session to Saksham. So, he's here. He'll be your instructor for the next 6 days. And then probably you can start your journey ahead. And yes, thank you so much for attending the alumni session, guys. And I think there are still a lot many questions. And I really understand that we couldn't answer all of them and we couldn't take up these questions due to a time crunch. But I think Saksham can take over now. And yes, he'll be the best person to guide you a lot of things once you're going ahead, right? So great. Best of luck, guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys. And Saksham,
thank
take
you.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Shika. I think I'm audible, right?
Yes, yes, you are.
Yeah, I will just share my screen.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, I think I'm visible, right? Hi, guys. I think the voice is also clear, right? Can you just confirm in chat?
Yes,
Is the
yes,
voice
you are.
clear? Yeah. So I think let's get started. Let's wait for 1 minute and then we can get started, right? Yeah. So hi, this is Aksham. I am a SD at Microsoft and I will be your instructor for next 6 days. And every day we will solve all the assignments that are given and we will try to learn programming from scratch. That will be the main agenda. So in today's class, what we will try to do is we will try to learn how to understand programming and how to do DSA, like data structures and algorithm, and everything about how to get into a good product based company. That will be the main agenda.
like what are the normal classes we have at AccioJob, what special things we are doing at AccioJob that other companies are not doing. That will be the main agenda we will try to discuss, right? Correct. I think my screen is also visible to everyone. I think you can see this portal and you can access this portal also. I will be sharing this Google Doc as well, which is having the Discord link. Like Discord is very important and you should all join Discord because all the recordings will be available in Discord only. And I've shared the Discord link as well. This is a Discord link. So I think all of you can join it, right? I think the Discord link is visible, right? We can like, I will tell you what is the main agenda we have in class and how we discuss everything in the class, right? Correct. Are you guys aware of Discord? Like, I think in the main session, you were informed about the Discord, right? Correct. Yeah, I will just show you everything in Discord as well. Like we will try to discuss everything from the starting so that if you are not familiar for programming also, then also you are able to understand everything. Like this will be the main compiler, which we will be using where we will run basic Java programs. Then I will show you like this is a place where we will try to run Java programs. This will be the ID, like this will be the portal which we will be having where we will try to solve all the assignments. Then this will be the main whiteboard. Let's suppose that we are solving any question and we want to draw anything. Then we will try to use this whiteboard. Like I can show you, like let's suppose that we have taken, like I have taken a lot of classes. So you can see, right, like we discussed everything based on the diagrams and these things we try to follow. So this will be followed in the main modules also. Like if you join the program, then also we will try to follow the same structure. We will try to discuss everything from the diagram, what needs to be done and what not need to be done, right? Correct. I think this thing is clear to everyone, right? Correct, you guys, is this much clear or not clear? Yeah. So let's get started. Let's discuss the first point that we are having. And at last, we can take your questions as well. One by one, we can discuss all the questions which you are having. I will even give you the permissions. Like from tomorrow, you will see that like we will take one-on-one doubts also, that everything which we discussed in the main class related to programming, you can ask your doubts, you can unmute and you can ask your doubts and we can do it, right? Correct. I think that thing is also clear. Yeah, so let's get started. I think all of you have joined from laptop, right? Like if you have joined from phone, tomorrow you can join from laptop, then the portal will be clearly visible. Like everything which I write here will be clearly visible. Is that thing clear, guys, or not clear? So I just want every one of you to be engaged, right? So just type Y or yes in the chat. Like every time if I ask something, yeah. So let's get started. Let's discuss about, like, this is the main thing which I'm talking about. What do we do in the classes? Like the main agenda is to discuss a specific topic. Like if you want to get a job in a product-based company, like if you want to get packaged more than 10 LPA, then what is the main goal? That you should conquer different techniques. Like there are different techniques which we are having in data structures and algorithm that you need to understand. Correct. So what we do every day is we come with this particular agenda. Like give me a minute. Like we come with this particular agenda. I think the screen is visible, right? Back again. Yeah, we come with this particular agenda that every day we will try to discuss some techniques. Correct. These techniques will help you solve all the interview questions. So in all companies, there will be a coding test as well as interviews. So let's write these things also down, that in every company, there will be a coding test as well as there will be interviews. Correct. So in what will happen is in different coding tests, there will be a lot of coding questions that you need to solve. So what we will do is we will try to tell you what type of questions will come. What are the different techniques on basis which questions will come? What are the different theory concepts involved in order to solve those questions? Correct? I think you guys are understanding, right? Coding test is basically like 3-4 questions will be given and you need to solve them. So if you want to solve such coding questions, what you require is you require theoretical knowledge. Like there are different techniques, there are different theory concepts, there are different data structures data structures involved, there are different algorithms involved, and you should be clear about them, right? Are you getting this point or not getting? Is this point also clear? That what we will try to do is we will try to discuss the theory part, we will try to have the techniques part, and we will solve a lot of questions. Like every time this happens, that all the questions which we try to solve, right, those questions only will come, like variation of those questions will come. Let's suppose that if I teach you how to write a program for adding two numbers, then there can be a question in an interview how to solve multiplication of two numbers, how to subtract two numbers. So you can see there will be different like variations of question that will come. So everything which we discuss in the class, things will come from that only. I think this thing is also clear. Like we will discuss all the questions, and we will even teach you how to answer those questions in an interview. Correct? These things also we will try to do. How to answer coding questions in interview. Correct? This will be the things that we will be covering. I think this thing is also clear to everyone, right? Correct? These are the normal points which I'm discussing about the classes, and I will be showing you different docs as well. Like I will just show you this particular part. Like let's suppose if you join the program, like if you join sapling 1, like let's suppose you're joining sapling program, then we will be discussing everything from scratch. Like here I have discussed, let's suppose in November, I discussed about Java program. I discussed about different variables, how to solve different questions. Everything we discuss from scratch. So you will be having proper notes. Like you will be having daily notes that on 3rd November, 4th November, you discuss this thing. And every day we will be providing you daily notes so that you can easily read from that. You easily are provided with all the codes to solve that particular question. तुम्हारे पास क्या होगा कि हर एक कोड के, हर एक टॉपिक के कोड्स भी प्रेजेंट होंगे हर दिन के हिसाब से, और उस दिन की रिकॉर्डिंग भी होगी. Correct? So you will be having every day's recording as well as what code we have discussed. Correct? Are you getting the intuition? I think every day we teach you something, we provide you proper notes so that you can easily revise, and your job will be this thing only, that you have to just read, like you just have to like do and revise what all things we have covered, and you can then easily learn data success algorithm as well as Java. Correct? If I speak anything in Hindi, right, I have already said the same sentence in English. So you don't have to worry about that thing also, because everything which I speak in Hindi will be repeated in English. Correct? So that everyone can understand. Let's suppose there is some person in the class who is not understanding Hindi English that much. So I speak a sentence in Hindi as well, right? To make that concept clear. I think this point is also clear, right? So I think you guys, if you are from South, you don't have to worry about that point. Anything which we discuss in Hindi will already be repeated in English, because first we will discuss in English, and let's suppose if someone is not understanding, then we will try to cover that part in Hindi. I think that thing is also clear. Now let's try to discuss this particular part. We have discussed about coding test and interviews. These are the theory things. Now let's understand how to learn programming, because I think this thing is very important कि तुम्हें ये पता होना चाहिए how you can learn program, like how you can understand programming. So learning programming is like what? Learning programming is like a maths book. Correct? Learning programming is exactly like a maths book. So in maths book, you have seen, right? Like all of you have seen basic maths book, like 5th class maths book or 6th class maths book, where what we do is we try to see this particular part. You are given different examples, and after that you are given different questions. So we will teach you all the examples and the theory part so that you can solve all the exercise questions. Correct? What we will try to do is we will try to take all the examples as well as the theory part so that you can solve all the exercise question. So the basic way to learn any language or to learn data structures and algorithm. Like I will write that term. DSA basically stands for data structures and algorithm. Correct. DSA stands for data structures and algorithm, and we will teach you it like a maths book. Like in maths book, if you, let's suppose if I give you any exercise question and I did not discuss about the theory part or the examples part, will you be able to solve any question? Like, will you be able to solve any question if we directly go on the exercises and we don't discuss about theory and the examples? Let's suppose that I'm talking about simple interest. If I then don't tell you the formula of simple interest and I ask you to calculate simple interest, you won't be able to do that, right? करेक्ट. अगर मैं तुम्हें सिंपल इंटरेस्ट कैलकुलेट करने के लिए बोलूंगा और तुम्हें बिना फॉर्मूला के बोल दूंगा तो तुम नहीं कर पाओगे, अगर तुम्हें फॉर्मूला नहीं पता होगा तो सेम चीज है कि अगर तुम्हें टेक्निक्स नहीं पता, लाइक इफ यू डोंट नो द थ्योरी पार्ट एंड द टेक्निक्स, यू वोंट बी एबल टू सॉल्व एनी क्वेश्चंस. I think this thing is also clear to everyone, right? If we don't know about the theory and the techniques part, we won't be able to solve any exercise questions, correct? Correct. I think this much is also clear that learning DSA or programming is like a maths book. So we will try to follow the same approach. We will discuss examples, theory, and then we will move to the questions part. With practice only, you will be able to learn. Like practice is more and more important. Let's write the next point that practice is very much important. The more you practice, the more you learn. Correct. So now we have chosen for data science algorithm and for programming languages, there are multiple programming languages. But what we will try to do is, we will try to do Java. Correct. Why we will try to do Java? Because in Java, like Java, there are a lot of job opportunities. There are a lot of there are lot of companies which are hiring in Java, in backend also, in front end also. Like you will see that there are lot of opportunities. And I feel that for like starting profiles, let's suppose you are going as software developer 1 or you are going as a junior software developer, then Java is better. Because for Python, like if you compare it with Python, in Python there are a lot of opportunities for data scientists which are experienced profile, right? Correct. For that reason we have chosen Java, because there are a lot of job opportunities. Correct. Is this thing clear or not clear? Guys, is this thing clear that Java, why we have chosen Java? Because there are a lot, I will write lot of companies that are hiring for Java developers, right? That is why we are focusing so much on Java, and we will be learning Java from starting. From tomorrow, you will see that we will be learning Java from starting. That is why like everything we will be covered, correct? Everything which you will try to do, that thing will be covered. I think this point is also clear, right? Everything which we try to do, that thing will be covered. Correct. There are a lot of companies that are hiring for Java, and we will try to do the same. Now let's talk about this point. Let's discuss about this particular point. What is this? Like what we are having here, we have data science and algorithm. Let's go to the next part. I will just share you the Google Doc, like this doc link as well. All of you can try opening this doc, and you will see that you will be able to find out the Discord link, the compiler link, as well as the assignment link. And this doc you can save, you can bookmark it so that you can use it daily, right? Correct. With this link, the doc will be same for the next 6 days, and using this doc you can find out what codes we have discussed. I will even post the recording links there only, so that you can easily find out the recording link as well. But do join Discord, because in Discord recording will be first uploaded. Correct. I think this thing is also clear, and you can just bookmark this doc, right? I think you know how to bookmark a doc, so you will be able to easily do that. Correct. Guys, is this thing about the doc also clear? Is this thing about the doc also clear? Correct. So let's try to discuss this particular part. What is actually a program and why we are learning programming. Correct. So we all are familiar with calculator. Like all of you might have used calculator, or you might have used different phones, right? Every one of you has used phones. So let's suppose if I am running any application, or let's suppose if I want to add two numbers in a calculator. Let's suppose I want to run any two numbers, or I want to just add two numbers in a calculator. You will try to give some input, right? Like you will add, let's suppose I want to add 5 plus 5. Then you will provide some input to the calculator, and then you will get some output. Correct? I think this point is clear that in programming, what is the main important part? There are three main important parts. Correct? Now let's discuss these things, because these things are very important. Like these things are important to understand that in programming what we are trying to do. Correct? So let's see this part. Let's suppose that the first thing is input, the second thing is the logic part, and the third thing is output. Correct? So let's discuss about these terms. Let's suppose that we are using a calculator. In calculator, if you want to add two numbers, correct? अगर हमें calculator के अंदर दो numbers को add करना है, then we will provide some input. Correct? We will be providing some input, that this is the input required, and based on that input, we will be having some logic. Correct? Like based on the logic, we will be performing some operation. Let's suppose that in a calculator, I enter something like this. Let's suppose in this particular calculator, I enter 5 plus 5. Then what will this calculator will try to do? It will return me some output. What will be the output? The output will be 10. Correct? So what is the input you have provided? These are the set of inputs you have provided, that these two numbers you want to add, and you are getting some output. Correct? Correct. But in the behind calculator, there will be some logic running. Correct? Behind calculator, there will be some logic, and based on that logic, some output is coming, right? So in programming also, what we will try to do is we will try to provide some input to the computer, and computer will try to provide some output. So for smooth functioning of input and output, we require logic. And that logic we will try to learn. Key in programming, we will always write different logics that will handle some input and give us the required output. हम क्या करेंगे? हम प्रोग्राम के अंदर लॉजिक लिखेंगे कि अगर मेरे को ऐसा इनपुट दे रखा है तो मेरा आउटपुट कुछ ऐसा होना चाहिए. ये हमें मेन काम करना है. Is this thing clear or not clear? Guys, is this thing clear? Guys, till here, are you guys understanding? Correct? Like in a program, what we will try to do is we will try to write some input. Like we will try to handle scenarios for input. If let's suppose some input has been given, let's suppose there is some input that has been given to any program. That input, it will be read or it will be inputted to a program. There will be some logic written, and based on that logic, we will try to give some output. Correct? Is this thing clear or not clear? Correct? These are the three steps that will be happening. Correct? Tomorrow we will start learning what is a program in more detail. Like tomorrow we will be having the technical part of it. Currently we are just discussing the normal part. Now to this computer, we will try to write a program. Correct? In computer, we will try to write a program. We will be writing Java program, and this is a compiler. So what is a compiler? Compiler, or this online IDE which we are using, this will run the Java program. And in this compiler, what you can do is you can select, like if I just reduce the font size here, you can see that we can enter some input, and if I run this program, we will get some output also. Like tomorrow we will be running the program and we will understand how to write basic Java program. These things we will be doing tomorrow. Correct? And we will learn everything from start, so you don't have to go anywhere else. Like you don't have to follow any notes or any other thing. Everything will be discussed in the class, right? I think this thing is also clear. Correct? Guys, is this thing also clear? Correct. So once we learn programming, like once we have already learned about programming, what we will try to do is we will learn about what is data structures and algorithm. So there are different algorithms that are made by different scientists. I think all of you are aware of like law of gravity or Newton's 3 laws of motion and these things, right? Same way in programming, we are having different algorithms which are made by different scientists, correct? So if let's suppose today you have joined from phone, from tomorrow you can join from laptop, because in laptop the screen will be clearly visible, right? Everything which I write will be clearly visible. Everything which we draw will be clearly visible. So that is why if you join from laptop, your experience will be better. Correct. So as I was saying that there are different scientists, there are different scientists who have involved or invented different algorithms, and we will try to master them. Like if any coding question is coming in an interview, let's suppose you are giving interview for Microsoft, Amazon, Google, then there will be all the questions will be based on either data structures and algorithm. And if you know those algorithms, you will be able to answer them. Correct. Like the main agenda, the main target which we will be taking is that you guys should get more placement, like placement greater than 20 LPA, right? Correct. Is this thing clear or not clear? Like if we target greater than 20 LPA, then only we can reach around 10 LPA, right? So the target should always be bigger. And let's suppose that if every day you practice, you can easily get above 20 LPA, right? Correct. Yeah, so the thing I was explaining is that if you are giving questions, or let's suppose you are solving or giving interviews for any company, like I named a lot of companies, all the companies which are visiting AccioJob, or you are going for off campus, you will see that they will ask questions based on data structures algorithm. First, we will try to learn programming. Like the first step will be that you learn programming, and then you will try to learn data structures and algorithm. Like this is the first step which we will be having. Once you are good in programming, like once you understand Java, once you can write basic programming in Java, then we will start with data structures and algorithm. Correct? Is this thing clear or not clear? I feel that career gap will not affect anything. Like career gap will definitely not affect anything, and you can easily do it, right? Like there are my students also in my batches where I saw that they were having 3 or 4 year gap, but they got very good placement, right? Like around 1 lakh, like 1 lakh per month. The base salary was around 13 lakhs or 11 lakhs, right? You can find their videos in YouTube also. Like if you search, just go to the first video, right? Where we started. I think there is a video of Gurtej or something like that, and you can check that, right? Video. Correct. All the videos are uploaded on YouTube, so you can just check them out, right? I think this thing is also clear. So career gap does not matter. I feel that if you know programming and you are having the required skills, then you can get it, right? So correct, this is a point which I have written, that career gap or degree, it does not matter. Correct, it does not matter, no matter which degree you are having, only skills matter, right? I think now the voice is clear, right? I think there can be issue on your side, but I think like I am having an external screen here, so I can see all the messages, all the mic activity, all the network activity. So I think everything is good to go, right? Yeah, that is why I can read your chats on the other screen, right? That is why I'm looking at here. Correct. I think this thing is also clear. Guys, is this much clear? Like these are the basics which we have discussed, right? ये वाली चीज सबको समझ आ रही है? Like, is this thing clear? Correct. Correct. I think these things are clear to everyone. Now let's discuss about this thing, like input output we have already discussed. DSA also we have discussed. We will be learning it like a maths book. Every day we discussed about different examples. We discussed about we will discuss about, first we will try to discuss about examples, then we will cover the theory part, then we will go to the questions part. This will be the main agenda. correct? I think this thing is also clear. Yeah, so let's write the last topic. Like this is the last thing which I had for today, that we will be having daily classes. Inside this daily classes, I have already shared you the doc. Like we will be having specific notes. I will just show you how to access them and how to get them. I'm just sharing that. Yeah, Discord is loading, and let's wait, and then I will tell you, right, everything, how things will come. And yeah. Yes, yeah. So I think some of you might have attended pre-course, pioneer course as well, right? So you can discuss that with your batch managers, but I think yes, yeah. So I think this screen is also visible to everyone. Like if you join Discord, then something like this will be visible. Here you can find out everyday class link here. Like every day you can find out the class link here. Every day if you open this particular link, this will be the class link every day. So let's suppose every day at 8 p.m. there will be classes. I will write the class timing as well. Class timing is 8 p.m. Correct. Every day 8 p.m. we will be having classes. After that, you can see that we are having some assigned general section where you can ask any doubts you are having. You can ask all the doubts to the support team and they will try to answer all the doubts. Then here you can see all the recordings will be available. Like you can say, see the right that here all the YouTube links are available. If you click on that YouTube link, then that class will come up, correct? I think this thing is also clear. Like if I can show you any of the class, like this is one of the class, correct? So here you can see all the recording is visible. If you want, you can download it. You can just click on any point and you can get everything, right? I think this thing is also clear. Like you can just go over the entire class. You can find out everything related to the class, correct? So you can just click on that YouTube link and everything will open. I think this thing is also clear, right? And same way you can find out all the notes in the notes resources. So these are the main important channels. Like this is journal channel, this is recording channel, this is notes resources. In notes resources, you can download the PDF notes. You can open the doc if you want. Like this is a doc for the previous pre-course and everything you can find out in this doc also. For you guys, I have prepared a different doc and this doc will be shared to you every day. Correct? The doc will remain the same. You can just save this doc and everyday PDF notes also you can download. You can find out all the recordings here. Only thing is that you need to join the Discord. I think if you are opening this link, you are able to join the Discord, right? From this link, are you guys able to join the Discord? Guys, from this link, I think you have joined the Discord, right? So you can find out all the recordings, you can find out everything, and you can ask any doubts you want. And like from tomorrow, when let's suppose what we are discussing in class, like what is the best thing which I think no one else is doing and we are only doing is, I will just show you, I will just write that point here as well. We will provide you notes, we will provide you recording. Let's suppose that if someday you have missed the class, you can easily watch the recording as well. Then we will be having one-on-one doubt support also. Like you can join the doubt support, you can ask the doubts there as well. Also, like whatever I teach in a class, like whatever we discuss in a class, I will try to take one-on-one doubts. No matter what is the time, we can take doubts till 12:30. So 12:30 a.m. I'm talking about this. So any doubts you are having from my class, you can ask. You can just raise your hand. I will just unmute you and all the doubts we can discuss. Correct? I think this thing is also clear. So every day, like after the class, after theory part is done, after example part is done, we can take one-on-one doubts. So I will just write that one-on-one doubts after the class, and we can discuss what things you did not understand in the class, what topics you did not understand, and we can just clarify your doubts, right? So this is one-on-one doubts after the class, based on anything which we have discussed in the class, correct? I think these things are clear to everyone, right? Guys, is these things clear or not clear what we are having here? Guys, is these things clear? So from tomorrow we will be starting. I think you can just sign up here and you will see that tomorrow main goal will be that we will try to solve these 3 questions and we will try to like get started with the basic Java program, right? This will be the main agenda for tomorrow. Correct? This will be the main agenda. Just try to revise this basic part. Key what we have done. Key what is just generally programming. In programming, what we are trying to do. We are trying to give general instructions to a computer. We are telling a computer do this, that. Correct? And it will take some input. We will try to write the logic part and we will give the output. Correct? This will be the main agenda which we will be having. I think this thing is also clear. Correct? Like what things we have discussed, if you are writing a program, then if you get some input, then we will try to give some output based on the logic part. Is this thing clear or not clear? Correct? Yeah. So any other doubts you are having, like any other doubts you are having, you can type in chat or raise your hand, right? Like we can discuss them. From tomorrow, like I will be having option to unmute you also. So we can easily discuss one-on-one. You can type in chat as well. It's completely up to you. Or if you want, I can unmute you also. Yeah. Go on, like any other doubts you guys are having. Because everything will be available in Discord, right? Like everything related to the recordings, everything related to the notes, these will be available in the Discord. So if you don't join Discord, how will you get the recording? Correct? That is why I have shared the Discord link, right? So that you can easily get all the recordings and the note resources. Else, so you will not be having notes, you will not be having recording. How will you revise? Correct? Revision is very important, right? I think you have learned in basic classes that revision is the key. Like if you don't revise, you will forget, right? Yeah, there will be less aptitude questions, Sanju, and you will be easily able to solve them. The aptitude questions, if there will be basic aptitude questions. If we join the course, we will be having aptitude classes also, right? There will be different aptitude classes, and we will like teach you aptitude also. Yeah, like there is one question from Sathart that yes, right, there will be assignments in sapling also. Sapling and pioneer, they are exactly same, right? You can see that all the assignment questions we have already discussed here. Like this is for sapling 1. Let's suppose you join sapling 1, you will be having the same thing. You will be having these assignments. These will be the contest questions. Everything you will be having in detail. Is this thing also clear? Basically, sapling has things in more detail. Like if you want to go from start, then you should join sapling. But if you are a little bit aware in programming, you can join pioneer as well, right? Assignments are same in sapling and pioneer. Only thing is that in sapling there will be more assignments because you are not familiar with basics. So there will be more assignments so that more you can practice and more you learn. Correct? But the content is usually the same. Like there is nothing ki a sapling person will get a better job than a pioneer person. That depends upon person to person. If you join pioneer also, then also you will get a good job. If you join sapling, then also you will get a good job. Only thing is that sapling, you will be taught everything from the start, and in pioneer there will be like little bit you should know. Yeah, Channa Keshwana, I will try to fix that, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think all the important points I've already discussed. I will just write code the important points for you guys as well. Like these are the important points which we have discussed for today. So you can read these points later on also. Like I will just edit them. So after every module, right? Let's suppose you are in module 1. Let's suppose you join the program, you are in module 1. After module 1, you have to clear a test. If you clear the test, then you can go to second module. If you clear the test, you can go to third module. This way, every time you need to clear a test to go into a second module, right? If you are not able to clear the test, you have to repeat the module. So unless and until you learn every concept in module number 1, you won't be able to go in module number 2, correct? There is no such WhatsApp group. Everything will be communicated on Discord only. Like there can be some WhatsApp group your batch manager or counselor can give, those you can join. Correct? Those things you can join, but I'm not aware of that. Everything will be available on Discord only, right? Mostly everything will be available on Discord. If you get anything to like anything from the counselor, then you can ask them, right? Yeah. So for group study, you can use Discord only, right? Yeah. So in the main classes, we will be teaching Java. We will not be doing Python. If you want, you can cover the assignments in Python as well. But in the class, we will be teaching Java only, and we will cover all the concepts in Java. In front end, we will be doing JavaScript. In back end, we will be doing script, this Node.js and Java also. We will be doing Spring Boot also. We will be doing. So these details you can find out on the main site. Like if you go onto the main site, you can find out the curriculum details. Like here, you can find out the curriculum details for sapling and these things, and you can easily do that, right? You can download the brochure and you will be able to find out everything, I guess. I think this thing is also clear, right? For group study, you can easily do group study on Discord as well. Like you can join any channel you want and you can do group study. So I gave my introduction, right? I work at Microsoft. Correct? Yeah. I work as a software developer at Microsoft and I've learned coding myself only. And I know like what things we should do and what things we should not do. That is why, yeah. Even a lot of students of my batches have placed, right? Like I can just show you that thing also. So these are the Discord messages which are from like maybe from 1 year. I am teaching here at 1 year. So I can just show you that thing also. These are the different doubts. Like let's suppose your program is failing, then we can discuss all the doubts in the class, right? Let's suppose that if you ask any doubts, then we can discuss the doubts. Like you can ping me on Discord and we can discuss the doubts in Discord, right? Correct? I think that thing is also clear. So every day, like let's suppose if you want to, like if we want to discuss the classes, then we can see the classes, everything we can see on Discord. Correct? Yeah. So you can ping me in the class and we can take all the doubts in the class, right? I think let's see this part. I'm not sure since there are so many messages, right? Like, so that is why I'm a little confused which message to show. And like this was my first student that was placed, right? 1 year back. I think 1 or 1.5 year back. Yeah. So you can watch this recording as well. I think this is a recording link. I can just share you. So you can watch it, right? It is publicly available on YouTube. So you can watch that. Other things, so we can check other things we can discuss. I can just show you, like I'm not accumulated the messages. There are a lot of messages on Discord. You can also ping me, like tomorrow I will share my Discord ID as well. I think it's Saksham #3201 and you can ping me anything, right? Like in main classes only we can have one-to-one interaction. Like let's suppose your program is failing. You can ping me on Discord. I can copy paste your code and I can tell you, okay, this part is wrong or this part is wrong, correct? I think this thing is also clear, right? Is this thing also clear, guys? So you can download the brochure from here and you can like get every detail, right? Yeah. Any other doubt anyone is having? Guys, any other doubt anyone is having? I will just write here 18th Jan. Like this is the first orientation session. So these are the things which we have discussed today, so that we will just, you can easily go over 18th and you can do it. Any other doubts anyone is having, guys? Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the session. Tomorrow, like we will be having classes 8 to 11 p.m. And tomorrow we will discuss a lot of things, right? Because the assignments will be tough. So from tomorrow, we will try to learn a lot of things. And yeah, this will be the main agenda. I will just share the doc link again so that you can just watch, like you can just find out this doc and do it. So all the assignments we will teach you in class, right? If you go into module, there will be 2 homework questions given or 5, 6 classwork questions. Like if you join the program, then you will see that every day we will be having 5 classwork questions and 2 homework questions. That will be based on the class questions only. In the pre-course, we will be discussing all the questions. ये जितने भी questions हैं, all questions we will cover. Like one by one, we will try to cover all these questions, and this will be the main agenda. Correct. So all the questions in the pre-course, I will only cover it for you. So if you attend the classes, you can do all those questions, right? Is that thing also clear? For clearing scholarship test, you can just practice these things, right? You will be able to clear the scholarship test. You can easily get 10 to 30% scholarship if you do this much programming. All the assignments will be discussed in the class, and we will do all the assignments in class, right? Vivek, I think I answered that. Then you will have a React.js course Narshimma in front-end module. So if you clear DSA, you can easily join front-end. That is completely free of cost, right? Like if you join the program, then you can easily join data DSA as well as React. So once DSA is completed, then you will learn React as well. In front end, we will cover React also. I think everything is mentioned in brochure also. Like if you click on brochure, you will be able to find out the front end part. Everything will be covered, like React and Redux, both will be covered. Yeah. Any other doubts anyone is having? If you attend daily classes and if you practice daily, then you will get higher placement. That is a simple funda, or that is a general rule. Let's suppose that in a class, if there are 100 students or 50 students, if let's suppose everyone is like, if one person is putting some extra effort, he's practicing daily, he's attending classes daily, he's watching the recording, he's watching the notes, he's revising from the notes, then definitely he will get a better placement, right? I feel that if you attend my classes for 6 months, right, you can easily get about 20. So the placement part is simple, right? The placement part is simple. You have to clear, like, let's suppose you clear 4 modules. Like after 4 modules, you will be aware with data structures part and then the algorithm part. So once you are able to clear 4 modules, then you will be allowed to sit in the companies. And if you are able to crack any company, you join that company, right? So the minimum time is that in 4 months, you will be good to go if you clear the test every time. Like if in first month you clear the test, in second month you clear the test, in third month you clear the test. So basically what I'm saying is if every month you are able to clear the test, you will be able to clear it. If you attend the classes and you do hard work, you will be able to do that. If you are not able to clear, then also you can repeat. You can repeat unlimited number of times. Correct. I think that thing is also clear. So after 4 months, you will be eligible to sit for companies. There will be a company portal that will be shared, and from that you will get all the opportunities. Correct. So we have data success algorithm. We have full stack also. We have the front end and the back end part also. Correct. Is this thing clear? So for the doubt session, right? I will be taking doubts what I discussed. Like let's suppose what doubts I discussed, or like what things we discussed in the class from 8 to 11. I will try to take those doubts. All the assignment doubts also I will try to take. If you are having any doubts in morning, let's suppose that you are having any doubts from 11 a.m. to 8 a.m., you can just join Discord. And after 11, like when these timings are there, you will be having the join live doubt session. You can click here. Correct. And here also, like you will see that I will just show you in the Discord as well again. How to join doubt session, that also I will tell you. It is beneficial, right? There is no age restriction, right? There is no age restriction. If you see here, like if I show you here you can see, right, there is a session links. If you go in the session links, or if you go, I think, in general category only. In general category, I think every day link is uploaded to join the doubt session. So there will be messages, right? You can just go through the messages. You will find out the links for joining the doubt session, right? You can find out it from here as well. You can just click on this particular link. In Discord also, the notification will be coming, and you can join from that as well. Correct? So from both the things you can join. I think if you will try to search and you will just scroll up all the messages, you will find out the link, right? So you can join from that part. Is that thing also clear? Guys, is that thing also clear? If you are having some link from WhatsApp also, you can use that, or you can use this simple link, right? In portal, there will be one link for joining the class. There will be one link for joining the doubt session. And same way, there will be links present here as well. And you can join them, correct? I'm scrolling fast, so I'm not able to find out where are the links, but there will be different links, right? I think if we directly search doubt session. Yeah, so like every day they will be posting that this is a link, right? Like currently the link has expired, but every time there will be a link, right? So every day around 6 you will be having this link, so you can join the doubt session, right? I think in assignment doubts also, in assignment doubts every day this link is present, so you can join the link, right? Yeah, I think we are good to go. Yeah, all the pre-course classes recording will be available on Discord, right? Like today's recording and all the days recording, they will be available on Discord. So there is no assignment from today, right? Like as we can see in the portal as well. Here we can see there is no such assignment for today. From tomorrow, we will be having the assignment. I think that thing is also clear. All the classes recording from 19th, from 18th to 25th. Every day we will be having these classes, and these classes, like we will see that every day we will be able to cover that part. Is that thing clear, right? On 24th, I think it will be ECOSAT. So yeah. Pioneer meeting was already conducted, right? Pioneer meeting was conducted on, I guess, 5th Jan or 6th Jan. So you can get those recordings as well from the YouTube, right? If you will try to search for the recordings on YouTube, you will be able to find that out, correct? Yeah. So if you join Discord, you can find out all the recordings for Pioneer as well. If you go on to this link, correct, on I think 5th or yeah, lecture number 1, 6th January. So if you want, you can just click on this link and you can find out. I will just share the link for Pioneer also. If you just open this link, you will be able to join like the Pioneer one also. You can watch the recordings, but I think that test part is expired. So you can discuss these things and ask doubts in the general section, right? Here you can ask doubts about the Pioneer also. Yeah, I think we are good to go on this part. Yeah. Yeah, so I think I've answered almost all the questions. There are no other questions I can see in chat or in the Q&A part. Okay, then if there are no other doubts, we can end the session, right? I hope it was good interacting. Yeah, and let's meet tomorrow at 8 p.m. and we can discuss everything. Yeah. Okay, then. Bye, guys. Bye. If there are any other doubts, you can ask on Discord, right? Yeah. Yeah, Sarvanan, you can find out on the main site, right? You can find out on the main site. If you go here, you can find out like you can easily log in and apply, and you can find out everything related to that, right? I think it is this much. Yeah. Yeah. Okay then. Bye guys. Bye.